Thank you. Looking at tonight's matchup, Chris, it's fun to watch upstart teams that are on the move, ascending with a lot of youth as a part of that success.
You know what? I love watching these young teams. As long as you have a GM, an organization, a president of basketball operations that explains to the fans, listen, I'm going to have a little bit of growing pains, but while you watch these guys play, they're going to have effort, they're going to have chemistry, and they're going to play for you guys, the fans. It's easier to settle in and say, wait a minute, look at the potential in this guy. Look at how much this kid has grown in the beginning of the season until after the season. So I love young teams, and with this influx of young players coming in, it's going to be fun watching some of these teams grow and get over the hurdle and then ultimately become champions.
Great perspective. So a look at our starters for the Knicks. Morant is out there with White. Then there's Rudy Gay. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. And it's DeRozan in at the 3 spot. And for Chicago, they've got Bell. He's out there with Porter. Porzingis is out there with the Cobra. And it's DiVincenzo in at the 2. Now here's Porter, following the miss by John Morant. Sinks the triple.
And not just a scorer, but a distributor as well. Porter's court awareness is really impressive.
Outside, White. Tipped away. Pushing it up. Here's the Cobra. Now that's how to finish the break. Throw down with force.
Every team looking to get easy ones in transition.
Greg, that's about as a high percentage a look as you're going to get running the floor beautifully.
Now here's Morant. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against Cleveland. To the middle, here's the Cobra. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
Whoa, taking it to the rack with power.
And hammering down the two-hand slam. For the Knicks, it's been a slow start here. 7-point differential. Last time they met in New York.
Well, if they want to avoid the outcome of that first meeting, they'll need to be stronger on the glass. They were completely outmatched in the last one.
They needed more fire and intensity tonight. Even if they don't win the battle of the boards, they have to put up a fight.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here. Tough loss coming against Cleveland in their last game played.
Well, in that one, you could pretty much see the writing on the wall. Their performance was lackluster at best.
Greg, they just weren't ready for that game. It looked like they just weren't prepared. The final score tells you the story.
Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. Now here's Morant. Guarded closely. Porzingis with the block.
With his length, Porzingis can be very disruptive on D. Not easy to get the shot off over that huge frame.
To the inside. And the dunk by Porzingis.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Going for the juggler right off the bat. I mean, jumping out to an impressive early lead.
Now here's Jordan. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. Here's DeRozan. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
They were pretty tight to start this game. Started out with 4 straight misses. Maybe that one will get them going.
It's common to see wing players improve their perimeter shooting in the league, but DeMar DeRozan's most striking growth has been his ball handling and playmaking. He's been dynamic with the ball in his hands.
One shot.
That's good from DeMar DeRozan. And Greg DeRozan watching a ton of films of guys like Andre Miller and Sam Cassell operating in the pick and roll.
Not only that, Kevin, to strengthen his left hand, he'd use it for daily activities like writing, leaving no stone unturned to become an expert initiator.
Here's Porter. Gay with the defensive effort. For Chicago, they won their last contest that game against the Rockets. Outside, White. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Morant. And the foul called on the Cobra. That is his first foul of the game. That's going to be out of bounds. The Knicks will retain possession. Now we get a chance to view the NBA leaders in assists. And you look at the Cobra, top 5 in the NBA, and his teammates love him.
His passing has been so terrific. You can see his unselfishness really rubbing off on the rest of the team.
Porter against DeRozan. 5 on the clock. And finished off by DeRozan.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
Yeah, coach is definitely pleased. That's the execution he loves to see.
Here's DiVincenzo. Following the score by New York. Drops in the tray.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Knicks trail by 10. Here's Morant. That one misses.
This quarter has been hit or miss for him. Mostly miss.
Outside, Porzingis. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Well, so much of the last few seasons have been lost time for Kristaps Porzingis. That ACL injury and then working back from it in the 2019 campaign. Never an easy road to start.
The first free throw is good. Greg, with all the time that Porzingis has missed, it's easy to forget just how dominant he is when he's healthy.
KP is one of the few game-changing talents in our league. He can carry an offense and boost an entire team's defense with his presence on the floor.
And both free throws good for Porzingis. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, Morant with it. No points in the game yet for him. There's the pass to DeRozan. Passes it to White. Just 5 to shoot. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. It's not going to go for him. Now the Knicks take it the other way. Outside DeRozan. Down low, he's looking for Jordan and finds him. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And how about the vertical of Jordan? Easily rising up for the timely alley-oop slam.
Here is Bell. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. 6 to shoot. Chicago needs to get off a shot here. The Knicks pull it in. Now here's Morant. One of the most consistent producers in the league. He's averaging around 25.5 points a game. Gay scanning the floor. And he can't jam it through. The Bulls leading by 10. Porzingis passes to the Kobe. Back to Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Excellent all-around performance so far. Hence the big lead.
Yeah, Greg, they've come out of the gate strong at both ends of the floor. Just in total control so far.
Now here's White. Really struggled in the loss against Cleveland. Now here's Morant. Defense is right there.
If his performance this quarter is any indication, I don't think he's the one who's going to let them out of the hole.
Well, shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And when you think of Jordan Bell, you think of a do-it-all big man.
Specifically how strong he is on defense. Great timing for blocking shots, good hands, and can guard anybody out on the floor. Can finish plays as well when moving at the hoop.
First free throw is good. Christie played only 2. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Bell is out there with Carter. Then it's Porter. Then it's the Cobra. And it's Floyd in at the 2 guard. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Here's the Cobra. Following the basket by John Morant. Feeds to Bell. Jordan with some nice D.
Playing him tough inside, air preventing the layup. Gotta get the whole team pumped up.
That is good. And the Bulls lead is cut down to just 3 in the basket from Gay.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, before he became a head coach in Memphis and New York, David Fizdale spent 8 seasons as an assistant under Eric Spoelstra in Miami. Now, Spo said he's a brilliant basketball mind that has exceptional gold standard level communication skills. One of the most talented coaches I've been around. So, Kevin, Fizdale is highly respected.
David, he sure is. Great reputation. Now getting a shot. Thank you so much. Knicks trail by 4. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Here's Jordan. And the layup's good off the glass.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
Pass to Floyd. Shoots the 3. Another 3 for Chicago.
Wow, fired that bounce.
Clean, confident. Very little that Morant can't do.
They've settled into a nice groove off. And these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Here's the Cobra. He had 22 points in the win against Houston.
Yeah, and don't forget about his passion. I mean, he didn't forget about his teammates. He was spreading the ball all over the floor.
And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And a chance now to take a look at the schedule for the Chicago Bulls. On Thursday, they'll be playing against Draymond Green and the Milwaukee Bucks. Then on Saturday, they'll be playing against LaMarcus Aldridge and the Brooklyn Nets.
And that one against the Pistons, this is one where it would take a complete meltdown for them not to come away with the win. Anything can happen, but I'd be shocked if they don't come out on top.
Well, with all the youth the Bulls had, the team wanted to bring in some veterans over the summer.
Yeah, and that's something that needed to happen, GA. I mean, the team had some room in free agency to fill out some leadership roles, but in Chicago, it's still a major market, and vets would love to come and play for the Windy City.
And so Bell nails both of them.
What's attractive about Bell is that he's kind of like a Swiss Army knife, Kevin, if you know what I mean. His versatility is something teams value tremendously.
Now here's Powell. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Jordan the pass to Gay. The dish to DeRozan. On target from 13 feet.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Pass to Carter. Over Gay. And too long on the shot. Knicks trail by 3. Inside, and a fast break now for the Knicks.
The length that Gay has poses so many issues for defenders, especially when he's going up with his shots.
Elbow. 2.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
And just a top-notch free throw shooter this year, all the way up there at 88%.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops.
They've hit every one of their free throws here in the second quarter. Very important when you're trailing.
The Bulls making a switch here. Porzingis is checked in. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Chris, more and more we're seeing star players give their sneakers to fans at the end of games. Did you ever do that?
Oh, yeah, man. Especially when I was with Dada, I would give a pair of shoes away after every game.
Oh, great.
Really love doing it on the road. At home is really cool, but on the road is great because that's where you know that fan braved all those other fans and the elements to wear your jersey and to be the only one there. So you look for that kid. I used to look for the kid with the number 4 Weber jersey and be like, hey, kid, I know what you went through to wear that tonight. You make sure you go home with these bragging rights. Tell them these are fresh from the game when we beat your team, baby.
Yeah, that's a neat way to connect.
Yeah.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. And let's go real fast to the rookie leaderboard. These are the rookies shooting the highest percentage from the floor this season. And you look at the Cobra. And, of course, Michael Porter.
Well, I think it's safe to say these two have made the adjustment to the brand of defense being played in the NBA. Their shooting percentages are just fantastic.
Lets it go from 14. Powell, that's good. Powell's got his first points of the game.
You know, almost any player left that wide open is going to bury that shot. This is the league. That's poor defensive work.
Okay, time now for an injury report. Let's find out what the news is on Derek White. David, what's the update?
Hi, guys. The head athletic trainer for New York gave us some information. He told me that it's a sprained knee, and while he is in extreme pain right now, he appears to have escaped without suffering any tears. And they count on him to provide, and always. While he's out, we're in a precarious situation. Kevin?
Thanks for the status report there, David. At least we now know, Greg, how he's doing.
Yeah, when you talk injury, the unknown factor is always a difficult thing to deal with.
Yeah, unfortunately, we know he's in good hands. We hope to see him back on the court soon.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Now here's DeRozan. 7 points in the game. He can't get that one to fall.
I thought that one was going to go down. The mid-range jumpers, oh, man, that's usually a bunny with the deep playing soft like that.
Porter passes to Porzingis. And that's going to be a travel.
And a moment now to check out some of the numbers for Porzingis. First in blocks, and he's third in the league in rebounding. Just a tremendous motor. He is always in pursuit of the ball.
He has been a human highlight reel all season long. Clearly the best shot blocker in the game right now, and he has the numbers to back it up. Powell dishes to Morant. Gay trying to break free. Count that one. The Bulls' lead has been cut to just 1 on the basket from Morant.
His field goal percentage is creeping up there now. I mean, it wasn't pretty in the first quarter.
Here's the Cobra. And it's Chicago scoring again.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
And that's why they're running plays for him. They're getting him the ball and letting him go to work.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Bulls have gone 8 of 12 since the start of the second quarter. That's a really high percentage, hitting around 67%. Porzingis against Jordan. Here's the Cobra. Off target from three-point range.
He hasn't been able to do much damage outside the three-point line. Just one triple for him in the game, and that was back in the first quarter.
Outside DeRozan. And there are the Knicks with another bucket.
Well, this is why Morant's teammates love to play alongside of him. I mean, exceptional vision, and he's incredibly unselfish.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago. Coming into this, having notched a win against the Rockets in their last game.
Well, it helps when your opponent makes that many mistakes. I thought that was the story of the game.
And when they kept getting all those gifts, they took advantage. Turnovers don't mean anything unless you turn them into points.
Different look for New York. Daniel Tice is checked in for Jordan. Iritic comes in for Rudy Gay. And Parsons subbed in for Powell. Now here is Hill. To the paint. The Cobra passes to Porzingis. Makes that one his 6th of the night, shooting a very healthy 6 for 9.
They have ridden him today, and it has paid off in a big way.
And the impact that Porzingis can have on the defensive end, Greg, cannot be overstated.
The reach and leaping ability he has paired with his timing make him a premier rim protector. And what sets him over the top really is that fearlessness. He will challenge anyone and everyone at the rim. Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Now here's Morant. He's guarded by Hill. And here's Tice. This game we saw him score 14. DeRozan cans the tough leaner from the outside. DeRozan's got 11 points.
And I really feel like he just wanted us to see that leaner there. That's a shot he's very comfortable with.
The Cobra passes to Porzingis. 2 points. That one goes. And the Bulls lead by 3.
It's all clicked into place for him this quarter. He's not missed a single shot.
And there's the pass to Tice. One.
Oh! Textbook. Oh, wow. In your face.
And you can see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. Offensive rebound. Tice, no good. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Chicago Bulls. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
So it's the Knicks now. The Bulls getting the bucket. Here's Morant. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
With the run he's on in the second quarter, I mean, his field goal percentage is tremendous right now.
And purely from a physical standpoint, Ja Morant has it all. The height, the long arms, the frame to put on more weight, and few players are more explosive athletically.
One shot.
That's good from Morant. And with Morant, you not only get the physical attributes, Greg, you get the mental toughness and awareness.
Yeah, this kid loves to compete. The bigger the game, the bigger he plays. I think we're looking at a potential all-NBA performer when it's all said and done.
He usually takes advantage of D like that. Should have been a simple layup.
Parsons looking it over. Tice kicks to DeRozan. Porzingis with the block. On the wing, Porter. Covered by Parsons. From 10 feet out, it's rebounded by Tice.
For a player who's almost a sure thing to score in tight, that one's a stunner.
Passes it to Morant. Porzingis against DeRozan. Pass to Mirotic. There's the three. The shot, no good. And Chicago will go the other way with the ball. And following this game, they hit the road to challenge the Bucks in Milwaukee. That'll be just one game played away from home for them.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
New York trailing. Pass to Tice. Now Parsons. That one falls.
Normally Parsons does more of his damage on the perimeter, but here he is punching it inside.
Outside Porter. Six on the shot clock. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Look how Porter maintains his focus on this play. Even when you knock him around, he uses his strength to nail these type of shots.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Here's what Chicago's going with right now. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. It's Chicago up by 5. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Goran. How would you say you guys have done in the first half?
I mean, you know, we are battling. We as a team, and if we're gonna play like that, I think so. We're gonna be okay.
We'll see what happens in the second half. Thanks, Goran. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everyone, to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Some big-time action already in this one. I'm Ernie Johnson, along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. There was no stopping Kristaps Porzingis in the first half. He ended up with 19 points, 6 rebounds, and 2 blocks. And Kenny, what did you think about what you saw from Chicago?
So far defensively, no one had an answer for Porzingis. Hard to challenge the jumper because of the height and the high release. And since coming back from the injury, he's added strength to take on the contact.
And Shaq, what are your thoughts on New York?
Aggressive. I called them up earlier. I like it. They're taking it hard to the rack, dictating the pace, setting the physical tone. You're not going to get that by launching threes all night. Everybody knows that.
And that wraps up the halftime show. Third quarter set to begin in just a few.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. And it's been a clinic out there by Kristaps Porzingis.
As impressive as the block totals are from him early on, they don't even tell the whole story. He's changed countless others.
Yeah, Jay, the blocks are impressive, no doubt, but his intimidation factor actually prevents certain shots from ever being taken at all.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close to the game that's been so far. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. And New York, looking at who they've got. We've got Isaiah Thomas. Rudy Gay is out there at DeRozan. Then it's Jordan. And it's Morant in at the 1 spot. The Cobra passes to Bell. Porzingis trying to get free. Bell's shot is good.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Here's Morant. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Porzingis has got his 7th rebound here tonight. And that one's good by Porter. Porter's got his 2nd basket of the night.
Yeah, just phenomenal at using that vertical on the offensive boards. Porter just gifted at coming up with 2nd and 3rd chance opportunities.
The Bulls leading by 9. Down low, here's the Cobra. Lee Baz was put in just the right spot. The Cobra's got 19 points.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Yeah, they're pouring it on right here, trying to give the opposition no life at the end of the time. Slow to get warm after the break. 0 for 3 now. Maybe they need an early timeout just to try to settle things down.
Oh, and there's the alley-oop.
They needed that. I mean, they were getting a little tense after starting the half 0 for 3.
Chicago's gotten off 12 shots from beyond the arc tonight, hitting 7 of them. Bulls moving the ball around. Porzingis can't hit. Knicks trail by 9. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Oh, such a fantastic decision maker. Thomas, he's adept at making the right pass at the right time.
For Chicago, they've gone 3 of 6 in the 3rd quarter, 50% from the field. Porter, bounce pass. The Cobra passes to Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Ooh,
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. The Knicks have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Gay inside, defended by Bell. Gay can't hit.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
Well, that's why he's out there right now. In situations like this, he stands tall to prevent points. Such incredible hops for a center. Look, it allows him to hold his own against any other 5 in the league.
Knicks trail by 11. Outside Jordan. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Near the three-point line, it's Thomas. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Bell's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. DiVincenzo passes to Porter. Here's the Cobra. Back to Porter. The pass to the Cobra. He kicks to Bell. Here's DiVincenzo. He's covered by Gay. 4 on the clock. Good on the triple. The Cobra's got the lead up to 14 now for Chicago.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
Oh, and they're showing no signs of letting up. I love this approach right now. They value each possession.
Rosen dishes to Jordan. From deep, Thomas. Rebounded by Bell. The Bulls leading by 14. To the middle. Here's the Cobra. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. The Cobra's got 7 now in this quarter.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
And so it's DeRozan. He'll bring it up for the Knicks. Following this one, they get to host them. Look at that.
Are you for real? Morant, way up. That move is fine.
Kicks it to Porter. Porzingis against Jordan. Porzingis is doubled. Passes it to Bell. Here's the Cobra. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one's on Morant. Well, if teams are getting shaken up a bit, coach is usually the first to go, get fired. Do you think teams get too trigger happy with that aspect, coach first and then looking at the team?
Yeah, I do. But unfortunately, if you're the head of the team, that's the responsibility, and that's kind of that's your job, to take all of the heat. Being a coach is such a thankless job. You don't get thanked unless you win the championship. If not, it's like, good job. Okay, we don't care about the fires you put out. We don't care about the players you develop. We don't care about the chemistry you built. You didn't win, and so yeah, coaches are usually the first to go, and it's unfair. But hopefully they have some connections and they have a good resume, because they'll be back around somewhere else. They'll pop up somewhere else.
They sure will. Carter, he's checked in for the Bulls. Norman Powell's checked in for the Knicks. And so he makes both from the line.
Oh, he's never rattled at the strike. Always has that nice soft touch on his free throws.
Thomas kicks to DeRozan. Over Carter. Misses off the right iron.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Nice D from DeRozan. Knicks trail by 16. Gay trying to break free. DeRozan gets the bucket. DeRozan's got 17 now.
His shooting has been a bright spot for them. Otherwise, they've struggled as a whole.
For Chicago, they've gone 7 of 11, a lucky field goal percentage here in the third. Pass to Carter. Outside, Porzingis. That one falls, coming off Carter's feet. Porzingis has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the three-point shot.
Jordan, the pass to DeRozan. Chicago grabs the miss. Inside, here's the Cobra. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Taking matters into his own hand.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
No, but his teammates love that kind of energy, fellas. I mean, dunks like this demonstrate leadership.
To the inside, DeRozan, and he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
He's got the hot hand right now. As long as he can keep getting open, they've got to keep feeding him.
The Knicks have shot 10 of 13 from the free throw line.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And with a younger generation of fans cutting the cord, Adam Silver has talked about ways, Chris, to make the games, the NBA games, more accessible.
Yeah, and as a guy, Kevin, that played on the West Coast, I know many people aren't happy with this idea, but I say move the games up an hour. Move it to 6 o'clock so that I can watch LeBron on the West Coast when I'm living on the East Coast and be to bed by a normal time where kids can stay up. But how about the streaming? I mean, you can watch it on your phone. There's so many better and different ways now. I mean, before, if you were traveling, you could never watch a game because you had to be by a TV set stuck into a wall. Now, that's your phone, your pads, and everything else. So I love the game. It's becoming more global because of the expansion and how we've gotten players out there in front of fans. And now, with the access that fans have through some type of mobile device, I just love it. I love it.
Knocked away. Here's the Cobra. Lays it up and makes it in. The Cobra's got 15 points in just the second half.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
It's been a really tough quarter for him. I mean, he cannot get his shots to drop.
And he gets the bucket. The Cobra's got 34 points.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, you can tell they love to get out and run when the opportunity is there.
Porzingis against DeRozan. Porzingis with the block. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Porzingis. Boy is checked in for Jordan Bell. The Knicks also changing it up. Daniel Tice comes in for DeAndre Jordan. And Mirotic subbed in for Rudy Gay. Just 5 on the clock. And the Knicks miss again. Well, Chicago has gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. Here's DiVincenzo. The shot from the low post is good. DiVincenzo's got 5 points so far.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Yeah, and it hasn't just been the offensive output. They're putting in the work at the defensive end as well.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over.
They're trying to stem the tide here.
Yeah, they have to regroup and revisit their strategy at the defensive end.
Otto Porter Jr. is checked in for Chicago. And Chris, whether it's KD or Kyrie, we've seen stars grow irritated with constant questions about their free agent destinations.
I would just suggest to them to go back in time. Nothing's new under the sun. Watch guys like Shaq, like myself, other guys that were free agents. It's a time to talk about it, and it's a time not to. And you can even speak about your impending free agency without insulting the fans where you're playing and without guessing of maybe where you will go next year. I just think that guys just need to be a little more sensitive with it. Fans really want to know, and if the media's going to ask you the question, you got to figure a way how to handle that out delicately.
Well said. They've got Doumbouya. Michael Porter's out there with Carter. And it's the Cobra. And it's DiVincenzo in at the shooting guard. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Now Powell. Shot from 16. It doesn't go for him. So the Bulls will take it the other way.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
He is a fantastic athlete for a power forward. Whatever he lacks in height, he makes up for with hops.
Enzo Thomas will bring it up for the New York Knicks. Lots of room. And the shot is good.
Look at that, Kevin. Look how smooth that stroke is. Thomas is a knockdown threat from mid-range.
And Carter has it in the corner. Another one falls for Chicago.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
The Knicks have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Thomas with the ball. Here's Morant. Porter with a block.
And, as he learns the game at this level, he's going to block more shots. Porter has the length and the ability to move his feet.
1:31 left to play in the final quarter. Tice passes to Mirotic. Here's Morant. And the basket is good. Morant's got 9 points now in the quarter.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Bulls.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And they took charge when it counted, and they'll be notching their 9th win overall.
And once the horn sounds, they're going to go up 2-0 in the season series.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for the Cobra.
He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
Here's DeRozan. Nice D from Porter. Here's the Cobra. Makes it off the glass. The Cobra's got 40 points.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
You know they are, sure. I mean, come on, the finish line is in sight. All they have to do is play it smart.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. DeRozan's shot is off. Here's the Cobra, and he banks in the layup. The Cobra's got 42 in the game.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Well, this is what guys play for, and when it pans out like this, it's a great fit.
And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. KP, you guys got out on a break tonight. How did you get into transition so easily?
Yeah, we want to play faster, and that's what we try to do whenever they miss. We try to run, move the ball quick, and get easy buckets.
And you were able to beat him down the floor tonight, KP. Thanks a lot for your time. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. So long, everyone.